Now, just to study, you can use this model. Okay, in this model, you see when I fix a camera, when you press F3, you understand. This is a room, and through this way also you can walk and come here. Through this way also you can pass. And here there are two windows are there. Okay, so inside I kept a camera. So when I press C, I will understand this C. So this is the inside a room. This is inside a room. So in this room, see, through this way somebody can come. Somebody can come means what I'm saying. Light can come through this way. Light can come through this two window. Behind the camera also the same. There is an area, right? When I go to perspective, I'll understand perspective. You see, through this way also we can enter. Okay, through this way also we can enter. So I'm keeping my camera over here, right? So from behind also light comes. Here also light comes. Through this way also light comes. See, when you're doing lighting in Vray, first you should know where is your light source. Light source. If you have a bedroom, that bedroom, if there is a window, is it open or closed is important. You should know. We keep a curtain or not, you should know. If you keep a curtain, the light is different. If you open, the light is different. Before you start the lighting, you should know what are the light source to my room. You don't put any light. Still, in Vray, I told you one option. In F10, you can see here environment. When you just switch on this GI environment, light will come. How the sunlight comes, similar kind of a light automatically comes if you switch on this GI. But in a situation you are doing a night, you're not switching on this GI at all, then it's okay. If you keep a one light, only that light will be there. If you keep another light, that light will be there. Through the window, if you need a light, you will keep another light, the artificial light. That is only. But if you're doing a daylight with inside, if you're keeping some other light also, but daylight source is coming through the window, comes through the door, comes. Okay, whatever, you should know which other area is open. Okay, through which portions the light can enter to the room. You should know very well about it. Okay, so this is my room. Now when I get to F10, F10 here. See, these are the settings I have not touched, right? We didn't do any settings over here. So we are starting. So before starting, I selected all, Control A. Material I'm doing. Material, I press M. And from here, material, any one material we choose. And we assign the material for everything. Click on standard button. In standard, there is Vray option. Before in Mendelray, we choose arc and design material. Similar here, we have Vray button. Inside the Vray, you can see Vray material. These are the presets. Like in 3D, you have seen in Mendelray car paint material and all, right? Similar kind of presets. So that was some presets. Similar here also we have presets. You can go for these presets. But like arc, whenever we do any material in Mendelray, we choose arc and design material. Same like that in Vray, if you do any material, first we will choose Vray material. Vray material. In Mendelray, I was having many presets for glass, water, and all. Here we don't have. We need to create it. Okay. So here, just give a Vray material. Diffuse means the color. For time being, you understand diffuse means color. Okay. So we do a gray color only. I choose a Vray material. That's only the changes I have done, nothing else. Okay. Then inside the material, there are many things are there below. There are reflection, there are refraction. This all we will adjust it later. Now we know only a color. So this is a Vray material I have given. That's all. It's not mandatory to do, but it's better, safe. Now we go for the settings. I'm just doing a render now. This is my default render, correct? The size is smaller. I press F10. And my size from 640 or 800, okay? It's fine. This is my render. This is in Vray. This is in Vray, right? If I go to scanline render, we have a Vray material over there. That's why it's not coming. Because we give Vray material, right? Now I go to Vray only, advanced only. I'm rendering, I'm getting a result. Wait. Vray advanced. Let me render the file. Okay, it was a mistake. Now, after giving a Vray material, if you render, you're going to get this now. You are in Vray now. You have nothing to see because there is no light. There is no environment light, nothing we given. See, I'm starting from the base. Why this happened by mistake in the 8 before I given some environment map. That is the reason this one comes, okay? Now, in material, so material we have given already. Then I press F10, okay? You can note now what are the settings I'm doing basically, and later which I'm going to change also, okay? You need to note it one by one. In Vray, frame buffer we switch on now. Frame buffer for time being, we switch on it. Enabled frame buffer. Okay. This one does it never affect your quality of render at all. So if you don't do also, no problem. This is only the rendering area is deciding. It never affect your rendering quality. Important things only I'm doing. Image filter I'm choosing. Mitchell Netravali. MITCHELL Mitchell Netravali. Image filter, the first one you can write it in Vray. Image filter, Mitchell Netravali is the filter I'm using. So one is this. The second option I'm doing in environment, we're going to switch on the environment. We switch on the environment and keep this color is blue between this one, the sky color, the clouds reflection, we need to get it. In color mapping, I use exponential. Exponential is the color value because this one in Reinhardt, usually when it's a little bit darker area, we can use Reinhardt. Exponential, little bit light area. This is commonly which I understood from my experience. Okay, of course, different people in Reinhardt also they do lighting. Okay, you can see big difference. People depends on their experience. Linear multiply also can be used for light area. Okay, so I choose always exponential. That's why I'm saying exponential is the one of the best option over here. Then after this one, let me render it. Now I'm getting a result. Why this light comes through this one? The first time when I do it, that was by mistake. Environment light was, I have kept it. Now I didn't put any light, but you can see I switch on GI environment. Because of this GI environment, you see there are some light comes from different area. This above the ceiling also. Through the ceiling also light can come. Through this place light can come. Through this way light can come. Okay, it's coming. It's taking long time. You see, frame one by one. Okay. My render finished. The quality is not good. A lot of noises are there, but still you can understand where is the light source, right? Which windows open. Okay, through which area light can come inside this room. These are the light sources. This should be in your mind. Then only you can control your light. Okay, through this way light can come. Through this way light can come. Through this way light can come. Now, if I feel like I want to increase this light more, or if I want to increase this light more, I cannot increase this environment. If I do this environment high, it will get light from everywhere high. It's not in a particular place. It's like sunlight, right? You have a sunlight in your room. One window light you want less, one window light you want high. You cannot do that, right? What you will do, you need to close that, right? One maybe we do, maybe with a filter, or we keep some curtain, then the light will be less in that. Similar way here also. So what we will do, you feel like when you're doing a videography, you want to get more light from one window only. You need to keep an extra artificial light outside, like sunlight. Same way we will do here also. We will create artificial light. If you need like one area, you need more light. So you can do like that. Okay. Then we go to GI. So this is the quality what we got now. Then we go to GI. Most important, I told you already. Go to Irradiance Map. The first settings, primary engine, Irradiance Map, IRRADIANCE, Irradiance Map. IRRADIANCE, Irradiance Map. Primary engine Irradiance Map, secondary engine light cache, secondary engine light cache, Irradiance Map and light cache. These two options we choose. Okay. If I do secondary is none, I'm rendering. Can you see it's getting more darker? Why this darker happened? Because the light coming to this room, but it's not bouncing second times because my secondary engine is none. But if I do my secondary engine too, it's not completely rendered, I guess. Yeah, secondary engine I'm doing to light cache. Now you see the difference happen. light start to come over here. You know that when we see afternoon time, if you have a window open, you don't have light everywhere. Only through the window you have a light, but you can see everywhere light, right? How it happens? It should happen only through the window only. The light will come, it hits somewhere, it bounces somewhere, again it's hitting, again it's bouncing, again it's bouncing. Maybe there is another room is near to your bedroom. There is no window, but still you can see how you can see inside the room, because this light coming, hitting here and there, then going to that room, but their light will be less, right? This is the light bouncing happen. This is the same scenario. Now I hope it is very clear for you what happened when the primary engine is there, what happened when the secondary engine, if I switch off. So secondary bouncing is going to stop. So what are the control you do on the light cache? This is all based on your secondary. So irradiance map, I told you this is the quality. We keep very low when you testing. When you testing, you keep this one very low only. In the light cache value, I keep it this 100. Render it. You see, very quickly will render it now. Done. See how long it take? 1 second, 2 seconds only to render it. See the difference happen. I go to this one high. I go to this one 1000. You see what happened now? The same file only. Render time increase now. Correct? Again rendering second one. Again rendering next one. Still not finished. Still not finished. Now, but now the quality is better than the first one. Now only it finished. So both render time is different. So what you need to know, this is one important thing when you're doing testing, like when you're doing a light and check, each time you need to check it, right? This is not live result you cannot see. There is something called GPU render. GPU render means live updations you can see. This happens in Lumion and all. Last sessions when I told you about Lumion software, this all live or result will come. Okay, sun is there, how the output is there that you can see in the screen. That's a benefit in the Lumion or any other similar softwares. But here you cannot see. So you need to render and check. So when you render, when you test it, keep it very low and keep it 100, then render it. So each time you see 100 means 1 click, 1 second, we are getting the result. So you don't need to wait so long to see your final result. But you may not be happy. You can see sometimes here and the big circle, photons. It's called photons. It may come. Okay, some area may not be clear. Lot of noises may come, but still you can understand my light is there. This light effect is reaching this much area. This is the color of the light. This is the intensity of the light. This all you can understand. But the quality you deserve, quality you decide once you're doing the final only. Hope you understand. These other things. This much area you need to know minimum. In the Vray, before you enter, I'll tell you Vray. The first things we set this image filter, we set it. Environment, you should know. This environment I'm making to 5. I will show you the big difference now. 5 means more light because my environment is 5. And I don't want this, my color of the overall color. I want to get something else. See, now the color, overall color going to change to blue because my environment is blue. Everywhere similar kind of a beautiful light we are getting, realistic light we are getting, right? So this one we need to keep this one default. And we render 100 only, so quick result I'm getting. Now the next scenario, what we're going to do, we need different light in different place. I need more light over here. That way I want to control. So we start to use Vray light, artificial light. Okay, so here Vray, we use Michel-Netravalli's settings for the filter, environment filter. Environment we use to get the light there, keep default 1, and we go to color mapping exponential, and there is something called bright and dark multiplier. Okay, this is advanced settings only. When you do basics, you don't need. GI, when you go to Irradiance Map, we need to keep it high or medium to get good quality. Very low just to test render. In light cache, when you do test render, keep it 100 only. But when you do good quality, keep it 1000 or 1500, you can afford it. If you have a good computer, good workstation or render farm, you will keep it 2000, 2500, no problem. But no need unnecessary to increase this one. Just check the quality, what one frame you render. When you do video and all, one frame you render in 1000 or sorry, 500, one frame you render in 2000 and see the big difference not happen. No need to spend a lot of time. When you increase this value, automatically it increases the render time. Maybe you don't have benefit. So you need to understand one frame you render and check it. One frame means maybe you need to render only one frame only photorealistic. So what you do, change the size. No need to do full HD. Do it 320 or 240, small image, render and check both. Value from 100 also render it, 1500 also render it. See what big difference happen. If not big difference happen, no need to increase the value, decrease the value. You get almost similar result. Okay, that's your logic in when you're working. So this much settings only you need to know it. Now just I told you about dark multiplier and bright multiplier. Wherever the dark area is there, I want to do it 2 or I want to do it 3. Let me render it. These are the dark area. 15. Let me check. Wherever the dark area is there, that area also light increased. There was dark area here, that light increased. Okay. 1. Wherever the bright area is there, I do it 20. Dark area all less now, but the bright area is only increasing. Can you see? Bright multiplier only I increase it, but not dark area. Dark area it keeping same. So this all control, you know, if you're creating a bedroom, if you're creating a dining hall, if you're creating a living room, the light, how it's going to come, this all fake things we are doing. Realistic, one sun, one light. For example, in that room, there is one sunlight coming from outside, and there is a table lamp. There is 2 lights you switch on. So it's not like you're going to do it. There is a 1 light on the ceiling, you keep a light on top of that. There is another light to there, you're going to keep the. This is not the way we're going to do it in Vray. We make fake light. We need result. Fake, if you feel like the light is emitting from there, but actually we are not keeping maybe the same place. We keep a little bit down or somewhere else. Or maybe there also we will keep a light to understand the light is emitting. Down wherever it is touching, there we keep another light. We make a lot of artificial fake lights to get realistic result. Okay. So this is the bright multiplier. For time being 1, 1, both are same. We're getting result. So just to understand what is bright multiplier and what is dark multiplier. I hope you understand. So these are the things you should understand. Now to get more result, to get better, to understand the color concept and all, you can go to this convert editable poly, and I'm going to choose 1 wall only, this 2 wall maybe, material, new material, assign, standard, Vray material. I'm choosing a color. We choose a color. In Vray material, I choose a color. Let me render it. Okay, now we don't have any extra light. So for time being, what I'm doing in my material, sorry, in my F10, I want to get a little bit more light. So environment, I'm doing 2. Now you can see here the light tone comes. What are the light? What are the color here? The color tone comes. This is called photons. Photons. A light hitting to a color that is bouncing. Bouncing time, that color also will come to that area. Color bleed, we call bleed and or color bleed, or photons emitting to that area. This happens in all rooms. When you do a material, you have a kind of reflective colors. So that effect comes to that room. Sure. In realistic real world also, when you see photorealistic output, it will be the. That's a benefit of Vray. If these things comes, it will not come in other render. This render term. This you can increase and decrease and all. There are many options other. Color value can increase and decrease, but this will happen if you do. Now, before the previous render, I hope you remember, there was no this color happen, right? I hope you can understand. So now the color is happening. Now the color I'm changing, you can see that changes happens. I'm doing in a frame buffer now. Okay. I'll go to material. Let me change it. What are the color? Can you see now the red color changing here also? What are the color we give? That effect going to come over here. Okay, so this you should understand. the basics of Vray, the area which we controlling, which settings which we usually use it. Not very detailed, I explained. Very basic properties only I have explained yet. Okay.